Hi, Terry here again. First of all, you might hear some noise, ambient noise. That's because they're building another condominium right next to us and across the road. So there's a lot of construction noise going on. So if you hear something, it's not your imagination. I'd like to talk about three words that are important to me. They have been for I guess my life, at least in concept, but just in the last probably decade, I've been thinking about these words: growth, purpose, and meaning. They're important in my life, all three of them. For me to feel fulfilled, for me to find life and joy, I need at least growth, purpose, and meaning in my life. I don't think it's something that one retires from or moves beyond. As soon as one loses one or more of these, I think there's something in the heart, something in the soul that suffers. There's I don't know if it's a depression or lack of enthusiasm, but growth. Growth is important to me. Growing in some way, growing in understanding, growing in skill, growing in maturity and wisdom, finding ways for me to continue growing. And for me, that quite often happens because, again, this morning I naturally woke up at 3 in the morning. It's a curse and a blessing. So spending some time just in growth and reading things and stretching myself and in wondering, and I love to journal on things that I'm learning, things that are testing me or seeking to expand my life. And I learned that I love to write. So I'm drafting potential material for e-books and e-courses, but it keeps me growing. Interacting with people keeps me growing. And then there's learning new skills. We're signing up for, it's called HASP. It's an organization where we moved to in Holland, Michigan, that offers courses by professors and other professionals that we can take for very, very inexpensive, but taking a diverse number of courses just to keep us growing. It's important, and I hope to never lose that. And then purpose. Having some purpose for getting up in the morning, some purpose for doing things, and that can be all the way for some people it's grandparenting. Know some people that are retired, but they also grandparent and they have strong influence. Or maybe volunteering, or my sister's very much into social action kind of things, taking care of the earth. It gives her purpose, some reason to keep going, and that can take some searching, because when we retire from career or the kids leave home or whatever the realm that used to give purpose, that once gave so much purpose naturally in our life, sometimes it takes some searching. What does the heart yearn for? When you look at something, what attracts you to it? What gets your energy going? For me, it's writing. It's helping people stretch beyond the conventional stages of growth and helping them think about what does it mean to be mature beyond where we normally stop in midlife? What is it like to keep growing? So that gives me purpose. Or right now, it's as simple as hanging this picture today, because we're relatively new to the condominium. So it's hanging pictures or emptying a couple more boxes or finding some things that we still haven't found. So it's purpose, short term, long term, and then meaning. Finding meaning for life. What's the meaning that's there? That's a little bit harder to get a hold of. Meaning, what gives me meaning? It's a little different from purpose. It's a meaningful life. And I have a meaningful life from a few different perspectives. One is the meaningful life for myself. How am I growing internally? How am I maturing? And that gives me a meaningful life to believe that there's value to what I'm doing. It's making a difference in my life, and hopefully as I am transformed myself and keep growing, that also I will become a transforming presence in the lives of others. Or it could be meaning, because I have a meaningful life because I'm making a difference in other people's lives. I am connecting with people, I'm helping people, there's meaning in my life. That's a very personal type of thing, but I think we all need that sense there's a meaning in my life. There's a reason for me being here. There's a reason for me interacting or continuing to live this life. So I would encourage you to think about those three. Where are you finding growth? Does it take intentionality? And if you do not have that in your life, if you don't sense it, where might you find it? What might you read, or what class might you take, or what course, or what would help you to continue growing, or maybe coming up alongside some people that could prompt you to keep growing? And what about purpose? What's the purpose that you have? What would get you up in the morning and say, oh, I do this, and sometimes we just lose enthusiasm or we stop. If so, I would encourage you to proactively do something that gives you purpose. And then meaning. What do you find meaningful? And then nurture that, move into that. So I hope today you're finding growth, purpose, and meaning. And if you sense a lack of that, I would encourage you to consider, what are your options? What could you do to maybe take one of those three and say, how could I invest more of my time and energy and passion and stretch myself in that direction? Growth, purpose, and meaning. May you find it today. Talk to you again later. Bye.